There might be a million tower defense games available for all platforms, but if there's one that really stands out, it has to be Plants vs. Zombies. Featuring a wacky premise and intense gardening action should you put your gloves on or wish the zombies bon appetit. In Plants vs. Zombies, you need to defend your house from the undead hordes by placing plants in their way. There are 5 lanes which consist of multiple spots for you to place plants on to defend your homestead. Failure to do so results in your unseen avatar losing his mind, quite literally. The zombies you face come in many shapes and sizes. Sure, the typical brain chompers are in no short supply, but you'll also need to be careful about zombies with protection, faster zombies, and even flying zombies. Yes, flying zombies. You can only equip a certain number of plants of the vast selection, but thankfully before starting you are allowed to look over the fence to see a preview of what kind of undead are coming for you. The game's adventure mode isn't just a great way to get started, but also teaches you how to survive under different circumstances. Your backyard has a pool which requires aquatic plants, and when planting on the roof you'll need flower pots. At night, mushrooms reign supreme, and fog will require a lantern. The tactical flexibility would be endless if it didn't force you to choose a set number of plants, but choosing the right plants and having everything go buttery smooth is still quite satisfying. After all, plants receive the same treatment when it comes to numbers, and their abundance means proper preparations are not an issue. In general, you'll need plants that give you sunlight, like the sunflower and sun shroom, offensive plants like the pea shooters and their variants, plus single-use plants like the cherry bomb. The variety of both plants and zombies makes each encounter tense, as even when the lanes are almost full, placing the right bomb at the right time can make for an easy victory. Unfortunately, some enemies are far too situational and end up feeling cheap. The diggers that bore into the ground to eat your plants from the other side of the lane are pure frustration, and the same goes for the giants that can take out any plant in one hit, while also throwing the midget accompanying them on your most useful plant. If all else fails, the backup lawnmowers will clear a row of zombies, but if any are used, you aren't playing carefully enough. The game's shop allows you to extend the game's playtime as you can unlock special seeds and buy things for your garden. You receive money either by picking up coins or completing a stage, but some of the items on sale cost dozens of thousands of credits, making reaching these a chore. Stationary plants in your garden also reward you so slowly, you're simply better off selling them, as the items needed to care for them aren't exactly inexpensive. Also, while you can replay the campaign, the second attempt forces free random plants onto you, limiting your degree of choice and making some of the more difficult encounters frustrating, as an inappropriate plant can screw up an entire encounter. The most fun you can have with this game is simply to play the adventure mode and whatever minigames you find entertaining, and then move on, as from a certain point, the experience just loses its luster. The plentiful minigames are typically variations on the general gameplay, which means replay value isn't an issue here. Plants vs. Zombies is aesthetically pleasing, even if a bit simple. Zombies are appropriately, well, dead, and the plants are lively and pleasant. The game's Almanac Index also gives you information on both the abilities and personalities of everyone involved, and that only goes to show that PopCap themselves probably had fun while making this game. The wacky sound effects, music, and dialogue also fit the game like a glove, with special mention to Crazy Dave's gibberish. If defending an area from oncoming hordes sounds like fun to you, Plants vs. Zombies is an easy choice. It's charming and deep, while also accessible and surprisingly lengthy, even if you only play the adventure mode. The myriad of plants, zombies, and modes of play can keep you playing literally forever, so as long as you can stomach the bizarre premise, it's time to soil your plants.